Hello and welcome to this training. My name is Stephanie. I am the host and founder behind Mrs. D's Corner and the Intentional IEP. And I'm really stinking excited that you're here today because we're going to be talking about one of my most personally effective strategies that I use for just managing all of the things, not only as just a human, as a mom, as a wife, as a daughter, but also as a teacher and an IEP coach and a business owner. So literally doing all of the things. And this is also a highly requested training from you. So thank you so much for asking me to do this. I can't wait to help you with it. Let's dive into what is a brain dump, how does it work, how to do it, and then how to move everything on your brain dump into your priorities list. All right, let's first define what a brain dump is. So it is exactly what it sounds like. It's when you're taking everything that's in your brain and getting it out of your brain onto paper. Now, this can look like you using a notebook. Okay. And writing all of your thoughts down on a notebook, or it can look like you writing everything down that you need to do on different sticky notes, whether that be throughout one day, throughout a week, throughout the weekend, at night, and then throwing them into a notebook. It can look however that is going to be most functional for you. For me personally, I have a million sticky notes everywhere. I always have a sticky notepad with me nearby. Doesn't care what color, what shape, what size the sticky notes are. If it's there, I'm using it. And then what I like to do is every so often, again, it depends on my to-do list. If I finished my priority list, we'll get to that in a minute. But then I will take all of my sticky notes and go through them, and then I will write them all down on a piece of paper. From there, I will then throw them into my different priorities or into my virtual tab list of things that I need to get done. So really just think about all of the things that are in your brain that you need to get out. So take all of those thoughts, all of those ideas, those to-dos, those worries. Generally, it's all that mental clutter in your head and getting them out on paper. You can also do this digitally. So at this point, a brain dump is not about organizing anything. We're not prioritizing anything. We're not even completing anything and checking anything off the list yet, okay? It's really about unloading your brain, getting it all out of your brain so it doesn't feel like you have 9,473 tabs open in your brain at once, okay? So we're clearing your mental desktop is essentially what we're going to do. Now, brain dumps are so beneficial because it's going to reduce your overwhelm. When you have everything in your head, even the small tasks are going to feel like huge mountains. So this is getting everything out of your brain so that you can breathe again and then think about next steps that you need to take. It's also going to boost your clarity and your focus. So once it's visible down on a piece of paper, I don't know if you're like me, but I love checking things off of a list, right? So I will even put things on my list that I've already done that I should have put on my brain dump, and I will check them off just so that I feel more more progress in what I'm doing, right? But this helps you so that your mental wheels are not constantly spinning with all of the things that you have to do. It's going to help improve your productivity because it's out of your brain. Instead of you trying to remember everything that you need to do, it's going to free up your mental bandwidth to actually be able to do the work for the things that you have to do. It's going to then help you prevent from forgetting different tasks. Now, as a teacher and as a mama, there are so many things that I forget all the time. If I do not write them down, they are not getting done. If it's not in my email inbox, I promise you it's not getting done. So if you've ever asked me to do anything and I'm like, will you please email me? It is not because I can't, it is literally because I cannot remember unless it's in my inbox or I write it down. And so that is just what works best for me. If it is not written down for me, I'm going to forget it. And so if you're anything like me, I'm going to guess that that's probably why this brain dump is going to work so well for you too. And it's also going to help you build more self-awareness. So after doing these, I've been doing these brain dumps for probably about 3 years, and I have myself started to notice patterns in myself. I notice now that if it's not written down, it's not getting done. And that is maybe a con for like my own personality. But honestly, now that I know about it, I can be more proactive and advocate for myself and say, will you please email me what you need me to look at? And I will take a look at it. And so then I don't forget because I know it's there. So all these things that are stressing you out, where your time and energy is going to go, you now get to place it on specific tasks because you've already had it done. So let's dive into how to effectively do a brain dump. All right, we just finished talking about what a brain dump is and then the benefits of using brain dump to be more proactive and why the benefits of this are so beneficial for you as a teacher and also just as a human being. So let's talk about how to do a brain dump effectively. So step one is you need to really set the scene for yourself. And so you want to If you need to have music on, put music on. If you need noise canceling headphones, put noise canceling headphones on. But you want to have either a notebook, you want to have sticky notes, you want to have something to write with. If you're going to use your phone to do it digitally or your computer to make a digital Google Doc, whatever it may be, whatever method is going to work best for you, you want to have those things ready to go so that you can use them. You can set a timer. I don't set a timer for myself. I just keep going until I'm like, okay, I think that's all that I've got right now. And then I also remember I always have sticky notes to do. So when I sit down to do a brain dump, I'm brain dumping everything. And then I'm also going to go and find all of my sticky notes. I try to keep them all on my desk in one pile. That way I know where they are. Again, these are things after you've done the brain dump for a while, you learn what's going to work best for you. I used to have sticky notes everywhere. Now I know to put them in one spot. So if I have, there's a spot in my house where I have sticky notes and I know to grab them when I have to do my brain dump. So have all the things you need, whatever that may be. That's the first step. The second step is to really just let it all out. Write down everything in your brain that is taking up space. No filters, no categories, no judgment. We're not crossing anything off of the list. We're not categorizing anything. We're not prioritizing anything. Tasks, thoughts, reminders, emails that you need to send, projects you need to plan, groceries that you need to buy, things that are bugging you. Everything goes down on the list. If it's in your brain, it belongs on this page. Step three is what we're going to do next. And this is when I typically will do this later. So I will do a brain dump at the end of the day. Typically, it's at the end of the week. I'll do it on a Friday afternoon or a Thursday afternoon so that I know when I come in Friday morning for work or Monday morning for work, these are the things that I need to get done. I will typically have two different brain dumps, one for work and one for home things, but you can do them all together if you'd like. Again, you're going to find what works best for you. When it comes to sorting everything that's on your brain dump, here's what you're going to do. I like to, one, I'm going to have my list of things that I need to do, right? So what I'm going to do from there is I have this free resource. It's in the Mrs. D's Corner resource library. Again, it's free. It comes with both of these. I'll link it below this training so you can grab it if you want to, but you can make your own, honestly, in Canva or in PowerPoint, or just sort them, color code them on your piece of paper. Or if you're doing sticky notes, just sort your sticky notes so that you have them into three different piles. You're going to sort them into a must do, a maybe do, and a do later. So what is the difference between all of these? A must do are things that I absolutely have to do right now. These are things that I have to do to be able to do my job, to fulfill my job duties, and or things that I need to do to pay my bills. I need to go get these at the grocery store so that I have food in the house to feed my child, right? Or myself. I need coffee so that I can function in the morning. Things like this. These are things that I absolutely have to do. They need to be done first. I'm not prioritizing or ordering anything in this pile yet. I'm just throwing everything from my brain dump into one of these columns. So must do absolutely has to get done. Maybe do. These are things that need to get done, but they don't need to get done right now. They can get done after I tackle all of these things. Or they need to get done when I'm in the right mindset to finish this work. Let's just say I'm working on a presentation for a training that I have coming up. I have a month to plan for it. I'm really good at procrastinating. Again, I know this about myself. So I need to do some planning though before I even start making the slides. So my maybe do is I'm going to break it down into smaller pieces, to be honest with you. If I have to do a presentation, I'm going to must do research the topic of whatever, make sure I have everything that I need. I'm going to come up with an outline. And then my maybe do or my next do, it might even just be an arrow, make presentation slides, right? So these are things that I do have to do that don't need to be done right now. They are not high priority. They are not urgent. Nobody is waiting on me for any of these things over here, but in the must do pile, they probably are waiting for me. Then the do later is stuff that maybe that I want to do absolutely doesn't need to be done. Nobody's waiting on me for it. It's not affecting my job of me being a good teacher or me being a good mom. It's just things that maybe I would like to do. I would love to print out these task boxes and laminate them, but they absolutely don't need done, right? These are just something that I would like to have as an evergreen activity in my classroom to make sure that, if we want to switch it out for a new task box, I have these. That would be in my do later. I don't have to do it right now. It's not high priority. If I don't get it done, the world is not going to end, right? Now, if it is a task box that is going to be for a specific IEP goal that you have to work on for a student, that might be more of a maybe do or a must do. There might be another activity that you can do in the meantime before you get that task box prepped. Again, only you can set the priorities to different activities, but I want you to make sure that you are categorizing, prioritizing things that truly must get done, that maybe can get done and can do later, because there truly are things that don't need to get done. There will always be more work for you to do. And trust me, when you see your brain dump and you're like, wow, my list, I have more maybe do's and do laters than things that I absolutely have to get done. Now it's out of your brain, you know exactly what to work on, right? I also want to encourage you to eliminate things and to delegate things. What do I mean by that? So there are going to be some things on your list, like I just said with the do later, that you can eliminate, that you don't have to do it all. Stuff that does not even need your attention. And then there are other things that you can delegate, it's stuff that's not really yours to carry, or stuff that you can hand off to somebody who maybe will do it better and or who will get the job done. So for example, when I was in the classroom, and even to this day, I hate doing bulletin boards. They are the bane of my existence. I would put up a bulletin board and that's up for the entire year. Or I would only change it out as frequently as I was requested to do so by admin. So I had one year where I had a paraprofessional in my classroom who loved doing bulletin boards. Zone of genius. She would plan them all out. And so I delegated this opportunity to her because one, she asked for it, but also it was something that I did not enjoy doing. She would plan out these activities, and I mean like Pinterest perfect bulletin boards where she would be like, I have this craft. Can we fit this into the lesson plans in the next 2 weeks so we can get the bulletin board finished? And I would be like, yes, we can do this shark activity. We'll fit it into math somehow and it'll get done, right? So I would delegate that whole opportunity to her, bulletin boards, and now it's out of my mind and I don't have to worry about it. So if you have paraprofessionals in your classroom, there are things that you can delegate to them that may be within their zone of genius that they will love doing that you now don't have to worry about anymore. There are things like in home life that you can delegate to your spouse and towards some of your children, whether that's chores. Maybe it's the spouse delegation is, I need you to take out the trash. Like that is your responsibility and I am not going to worry about it. I want you to worry about making the grocery list. I will do it. I will go to the grocery store. We'll go together. I don't want to make the list. My mental capacity can't be there. If I remember something that we need, I'm going to put it on the list, but it's your responsibility to make the list. Okay, these are just examples. It really depends on you and what you need to be able to thrive in your zone of genius and also meet and fulfill your job duties as a teacher, but also as a human, as a mom, and all of the other roles and responsibilities that you have in your life. So that is the biggest thing I want you to take from there. Once you've done this, this is where you have to make it a habit. You can't just do it once and be done. You have to really do it frequently for it to work and be sustainable for you. So whether that is, like I said, every Friday, I will typically do a brain dump and then come back to it on Monday, or I'll do it Thursday and work on my list and prioritize everything on Friday morning. That is a system that works best for me. You need to find what works best for you. What does that look like for you? Nobody can tell you but yourself, right? So you want to make it a habit. Think about how frequently you want to be able to do a brain dump. Maybe do one, see how long it takes you to get through your must do's, get through a couple maybe do's, and then reorganize, do another brain dump, come back to what did not get done, throw these on your new brain dump list, right? And then reprioritize everything in a new list. We're going to start a new priority list every time you do a brain dump. But you want to have a system for when you're getting this done and how frequently you're going to do it. I don't have a specific number of times that I'm going to do this every month. I go wait until my all of my must do's are done and I get through a couple maybe do's. And then if I think of something that I'm like, oh, nope, that's a new priority, I need to get that done, like something new that comes up, or I get an email where I have to do something, or my due date is coming due and I'm like, oh, dang it, I have to do that. That's when I'm going to do another brain dump, get it all out. We're going to reprioritize and I'm going to move forward from there. This is to help your brain feel less loud and less cluttered. So you can do it more frequently, less frequently, however frequently is going to work best for you again. So here are some additional tips for brain dumping that may be beneficial for you. You want to use bullet points or free writing. I don't like writing in sentences. I'm not writing paragraphs. I'm literally just writing change bulletin board or lesson plans for week 23 or math task boxes for IEP goal skill single digit addition. Whatever feels most natural to you is what I want you to do. I want you also to do it on paper or do it on screens, whichever is going to overwhelm you less. So if you like paper pencil, do it on paper. If you're doing it digitally on a Google Doc or a notepad or whatever it may be, do it there. Do whatever overwhelms you less. But what I want you to do and promise to yourself is that you're going to use that same notebook or that same Google Doc every single time. It needs to be a part of the habit. And then I also want you to make sure you don't worry about it being pretty, because just it's not going to be pretty. Your sticky notes are going to be a hot mess. They're not going to be pretty. It's just going to be things that you need to get out of your brain. And so make it honest. Don't make it pretty. Nothing about this process is Pinterest perfect. It's functional. And that's what makes it work so, so well. Before we wrap this up, I want you to remember this. You don't have to hold everything in your brain. You are not a storage unit. You are a human being. Whether you're doing this as a mama, as a business owner, as a teacher, as a coach, whatever it may be, you don't need to hold everything in your head. It's not also about getting it right. It's just about doing it. It's about creating that space for yourself so that you can actually focus on the task that's at hand and not focusing on all the other things that you have to do as well. So if your brain is feeling loud and messy, it's time to do a brain dump. If this video was helpful for you, I want you to hit subscribe or follow our channel here on YouTube so that you can see more videos that are helpful just like this one. We've got so much more to help you feel less overwhelmed and more equipped in your role. And if you're looking for more tools, strategies, or support, check out our Intentional IEP membership. I'll leave a link below this training so that you can check it out. Thousands of special education teachers are already inside, getting access to exclusive trainings just like this one, although this one's on YouTube, and ready to use resources, IEP screeners, which are those data probes, and our very infamous IEP goal bank. So if you're looking for a community that gets it, definitely check out the Intentional IEP membership. And until then, I'll see you in the next training.